Hey, welcome back, Westy here. I'm just going to do a little quick tutorial on how I've got my helicopter controls set up with my HOTAS X52. As I've grown and I've clocked up about 155 hours now actually. I've actually figured out that I've watched a really good video from a guy called Grumpy Joe. I'll put a link in the bottom in my description. And it's basically on setting up and how he set it up. He's using a different setup, but we won't go into that. Watch his video, it's great. So grab the link down the bottom and watch that, but not till you've watched this one. So without further ado, so I'm just going to go through my controls. There's two ways to do that. So this is to set up your exponential and your controls so they feel better and more reactive on your helicopter. Otherwise it's like a drunken block dray. So you can go through controls and then go controllers just on the main page, and then customize and show, because that gives you all the values. But I won't do that, because what you're better off doing, I've found, is go into the game. I've got HELI mod set up. To just go to the workshop to look for that. There's plenty of YouTube videos on finding that stuff, so I'm not going to go into that. So you just to get into that mod set, you go to single player scenarios, and I like to fly in Malden because it's got a really good helipads and landing strip and a big runways and stuff. So I do a lot of my flying around there to practice my hovering and approaches and stuff like that. So just click on play. Okay. Then I'm just going to pause that for a second. So once you've paused it, you go to, and the reason I do it here is because you can quickly change your settings and then go back into the game and do that. So just go to options, controls, controller, and then go to your X52 HOTAS. I'm using my THRUSTMASTer rudders, which I've got set up already. That's just already set up in my controls. So just go to customize, show. Okay, so this top one here on mine is left and right on the joystick. So set your setting to 1.9. Same with your forwards and backwards on the cyclic. Set that to 1.9. Sensitivity is sensitivity, set it for about 40% on your cyclic and about 30% on your throttle control. This one here's your throttle control. And your dead zone, set it about 10%, and about 4 to 5%. Okay, so that's pretty much that. And the reason I've got this set up like this is because it gives you a lot more sensitivity on your inputs, and it also gives you a little bit of dead zone in the center of the cyclic at the center mode. So when you're doing a lot of hovering, you are putting in a lot of cyclic movements to try and maintain that hover when you're focusing around a building or something like that, and this gives you a little bit more leeway around not overcorrecting in those movements, and makes your hovering a lot smoother, I've found. Grumpy Joe's got a really good video. This is part of that. I did used to have this set at 1.5 each before I stumbled across Grumpy Joe's video, which was really there was a couple of years ago he released that too, so it's probably 2021, but he's done a really good job and proves and shows you how difficult it is to try and get a combat landing without getting shot down in a helicopter doing a forward flare approach, because you've got to have such a steep angle for a forward flare. You just cannot do it at a low angle, high speed, which is what you would normally do in a combat insertion, which I don't really do any combat insertions but yet, because I'm still practicing to get my hours up so that I've got the skill. So when I do join a crew or a platoon or a regiment, I will be basically hopefully a lot more skilled than killing all my passengers every time I fly out. So That's just my personal preference. But that's basically the setup. Obviously, you're going to have in the helicopter controls. So one thing that I've set up in the common controls is down here you've got engine on and off, and I've just set that in a switch on the cyclic front panel. There's 3 toggle switches, so I've got engines on and off as basically with one of those. So if you get out of the helicopter and it shuts down, that's how you start it up. That's how I started up again. And just basically go into your helicopter movements, and then just your cyclic forward. Just go in and set that to your HOTAS cyclic, and your same with left and right cyclic. And then your one thing I've done here is on your collective analog, let's set that as your throttle control, and same with so that's collective raise, or that basically power up and power down for collective lower as well. Really, a lot of people think this is just power, but it's actually applying pitch to your blades as well, so which actually gives you lift as well as power. So it's throttle and pitch at the same time, so it's controlled as on a mechanical level, basically. More modern helicopters with a hydraulic mechanical system. So anyway, we're not here to do that. So basically set that up and you will be golden. So yeah, you should be able to just crack in, and so once you've done those adjustments, then you can so basically, oh no, I'm not gonna, so I just want to cancel out. So basically now you can actually test out those controls, and yeah, you shouldn't really do that, by the way. Anyway, I haven't actually got this set up right next to me, so I'm just basically here. So this is pretty much a setup. You get some good control. So yeah, so I won't go into flying at the moment, but that's how I've got my controls set up. So if you want to tune into one of my videos to demonstrate this, I'm just about to put a video out called heli flying Arma 3 155 hours, which is after I've watched the Grumpy Joe video. So yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next run. Cheers, Westy over and out.